Hello, my name is Adolfo, and this is Life of Adolfo. I'm gonna give you my 2 years here in the Philippines. But first, I gotta go back 3, 4 years back so we can understand. Because yes, I've been here almost 2 years, but I was traveling for 2 years. But we'll say 4 or 5 years before that, I was trying to pay off my ex. I owed her money because of the divorce, and I could sell the house, but it wasn't a deed. She had a deed on it, meaning if I sell, she takes her money. Everything was going bad. All of a sudden, COVID happened. For some people, it was bad. For me, I'm gonna say it was good. Because in the U.S., lumber prices went up, housing went up. I lived in Austin. Tesla was moving. A lot of these companies were moving, and the house was going up. At that point, I sold my house after I paid her off. My mind was set to sell the house and bounce and leave, travel the world. I already had a plan. Mexico, 6 months, which I did. Colombia, I'll say it was around 3 months. And other places. I went to visit my dad afterwards. And right after that, I went back to Asia. I was just going country to country. Philippines was not even in my plan. And one day I saw the whale sharks. I said, you know what? I'm going to go see the whale sharks. I bought a ticket. I believe I was in Japan or Taiwan or South Korea, and I was heading back south, flying back south. And I said, might as well stop in Philippines for a month. So I came to the Philippines. I got across the street. I came to the Philippines, and I decided to go sightseeing. What kept me here? I'll be honest. What kept me here? What kept me here is seeing individuals my age with younger Filipinas or females. And at that point I said, I'm gonna try Tinder. I believe it was Tinder. I'm gonna try Tinder. And I started going to the app, opening the app, doing everything. And I found someone, but I was heading to Thailand. Because like I said, I forgot to mention this. I already had places to go. I already had Thailand and Chiang Mai, and after that, other flights. I decided to cancel the flights and come back to the Philippines. And right after that, I still consider the first time I was here as part of the 2 years I was here. Why? Because I've been to Chiang Mai, I believe it was 15, 30 days. I left back to Thailand and Cambodia for a month and something. But at that time, I already had my partner. And then right after that, we also left again for New Year's to Indonesia. We went to Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, Malaysia, and I think there was a fourth country. I'm not sure. But I consider all that on the 2 years. Why? Because I was going back and forth, because at that time, I did not know how the renewal visa worked. So I left the country. Later on, I found out. If you stay long in a country, you're gonna find out things that you're supposed to, that you were not thinking about when you first got there. And the first time I got here, or the second time when we met, or the first time, what made me come back? And I'm gonna be honest. I said, you know what? I want a family. I have a baby now. And that means that I had to get a partner that is younger than me. And I saw that in the Philippines. I'm not gonna lie. Did I see it in Thailand? Yes, but in Thailand, it's hard to explain, but the way that they dress and the way they dress over here, you kind of feel like it's better to pick somewhere where people are more covered and so on. Hopefully people understand that. In Colombia, I'm not gonna say I saw it, but I met someone over there, and he was getting hijacked. This girl took almost not everything, but she took a lot from him. She took him to the cleaners. And in Mexico, I also encountered a young female, talk about that she has a boyfriend and X amount. And like I said, I'm not gonna lie, I decided to come back, see, and found someone. Now, for the 2 years that I've been here, I have to be honest. Like I said, nothing was planned. I didn't have nothing planned. As a matter of fact, I was already buying tickets to Australia and then going back to India, Europe, all the way to the US. So mine was unplanned. I found someone and I said, you know what? Let's give it a try. Everything happened quick, but we're still together. I'm happy. And overall, I'm gonna give you my honest opinion of the Philippines. You adapt to it. You have to adapt to it. Everything, like they say, is slower than the US. Well, for me, I was prior military and I used to work in the post office. If you ever work in the post office, everything is move, 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 move. And yes, everything is slower. More laid back. Sometimes you don't like laid back because you want to expedite everything. But sometimes you don't mind the laid back. I try to stay in the bubble. I don't like the province. I really don't like it. No AC, mosquitoes, and so on. I don't like that. So I'm here in Cebu, and here in Ayala, if you look, there's building, condos, etc. People walking to go to their business or offices because they're not gonna go on the farm. There's no farming around here. But you how can I say this? Well, I want to save one part of the video for another part. But the longer you're in a place, you buy things. And you don't realize that you already have like a house, or not a house. Like my condo's already filled, TV. I don't have a vehicle. That's why I walk, or a taxi. I don't have a motorcycle. I don't know how to drive a motorcycle. But everything else is just add-ons. You keep on adding things to your house, to your place. Like I said, I have a baby, a lot of baby toys, everything. And if you're gonna move to the Philippines, I don't want to say don't be like ex people, but look for someone. Have a partner if you're gonna stay here for long term. Or hire somebody to clean and just have somebody in the house. Because if you're moving here, and with your retirement, that means you're old over there. Just like me, I'm old. And you don't want to be alone in your place if you're going to stay here for so long. Like I said, I was traveling. I finished doing something, I go visit another place, and so on. But then when I stayed here, I found someone. So I do recommend to find some. I do recommend to keep yourself somewhat busy. Like me, I don't keep myself busy, but like I said, I already have a partner. I have a baby. I've been walking with him right now. We probably already have a mile, almost 2 miles walking. And that's why I make these videos. Why? Because I might as do something while I'm walking and then go do it as a hobby. It's like a hobby because I don't make a lot of money in my YouTube. I only make like 20 cents a day, which is not a lot. But just keep yourself busy. Do things. Where you like the Philippines, if you stay in the bubble, you will. If you stay in Manila, you'll probably like it more because there's more food chains from the USA. If you're from the US, there's Popeyes, there's Taco Bell, things that we don't have here in Cebu. That even though you may say, "Oh, I don't want American food and everything," sooner or later, if you're spending 1, 2, 3, 4 years here, you're gonna need that American food. No ifs or buts. And that's all I got for that. My 2 years been good. Did I have planned? Like I said, I didn't have nothing planned to come here. I didn't have planned to have a baby, but it came to mind. And everything else just moves. All of a sudden, everything, like I said, cancel flights, come back to the Philippines, stay in the Philippines, have my mindset to stay here, and now open a business. We have 2 businesses. Well, I bought the businesses for her. I have a baby. Things that you didn't plan or you don't plan to, sometimes they're going to be part of your plan anyways. So just keep that in mind. And if you're divorced, don't be like some of these individuals saying, "I'm not going to treat her this way or that way because of your past." Yes, treat them the way you treat everybody that you love. Anyways, I see a taxi over there. I'm going to take a taxi back because, like I said, 2 miles walking. Over here it gets hot, especially during this month. May, June, it's hot. I'm already sweating. And I'm in the shade. Like all the skyscrapers or condos and businesses, and I'm sweating already. So I'd rather just go home on a taxi cab. Anyways, have a good day and enjoy. And if you're gonna go to Cebu, here in Cebu, get the condos in the bubble first. Don't try to go live in the province because you want to try to save money. Nah, just stay in the bubble and see how life is here. Visit the province for 1 day or 2, and then after that, decide. Or at least a week, because a day or 2 you might like it. In a week you may not like it. Anyways, have a good day. Bye bye.